there's a town in northern Washington. It's a very small town. It's very small, not densely populated, population of about 3,705. It's located on the upper left north plateau of the river. There's a large mining company that was started in 1905. This man, right here, was the founder of that company. This is the vice president, the executive in chief, and his wife. Here's again the third president, the son succeeding the second president after the father died. The president again, the vice president, and his accountant. Again. And again. This was a photo which was taken after the 37th reunion, the 37th anniversary of the company, as you say. The computer department. The people. This is a picture of choir practice at the local church. A board meeting in the early 1970s. And this is the school. It's a very small town, nothing much remarkable about it. Very small. Smaller than what most people would be comfortable with, so small that everyone's been to each other's marriage, funeral, christening, baptism, etc. This is a young boy that I met there. His name is Michael. In this picture he's roughly 17 years of age. Here's Michelle. This is Lauren. This is Lauren's house. This is the house that I was taken to living in when I was there. These are the woods surrounding the town. This is my son. There is a reason that there's not a lot of people in this town. Well, there are a lot of reasons. But I can't tell you many of them. What I can tell you is that in the late 1980s, I was asked to come to the town. I had been working as a journalist, going around doing the odd stuff here, the odd stuff there, talking to crazy people who said they saw UFOs, talking to old ladies who claim to be witches. I had been told about the town by a friend. He didn't think much of it when he told me. But he did say there was something not right. Something happening. So I took my camera and I went to the town. I found a house where I could stay, I found a magazine that would pay my bills, and I went. There were a fair number of people that I met there. A fair number of people who were there. Some of them I liked, some of them I didn't. Not much difference between the two, but there wasn't a lot of difference in the town. When I first arrived, I was asked by a woman to come to her house. She brought some cookies, she brought some things and some stuff and a fruit basket, and she invited me to have dinner with her. Now, this woman was the kind of woman that doesn't have a lot going on. She fills her head with a lot of things so that she can seem interesting. She talks and talks and talks about the things she's read in books. She talks and talks and talks about the things she thinks she knows. And then finally, once she's done talking about those things, she'll start talking about herself. Until, of course, she has to go and refill her drink. There was another man that I met. His name was Simon. No one really knew his last name, and he was too mute to say anything about it, and he had a dog who was almost as crippled and mute as Simon was. And Simon would walk along the streets. He would hobble, cripply walk. And his dog, Charlie, would follow him. Sometimes Simon would have to wait for the dog to catch up. I liked that dog. I liked Simon. You could tell there wasn't a lot going on with the both of them, and I wasn't scared of them. The dog would often go up on its side, let me pet its belly. They said that Simon was in a logging accident. He used to be a very burly lumberjack. A tree fell down, knocked him on the head, tapped out his spinal cord. He was alive, he was able to move his arms, he was able to walk again, but switches get broken, wires corrode. There was another woman that I felt for. Her name was Delilah. She had had a son, and he had died. Her husband had gotten in a car crash. He was drunk somehow, driving her son to school. She was nice to me. I remember that. I met a lot of people. Some of them I liked, some of them I didn't. And so many of them were empty-headed, stupid, thoughtless. But they had good hearts. And they had to. There was a lot which happened in the town. A lot of things that went unsaid, and which I, of course, was there to find out. There is something that the villagers talk about, well, the town people talk about. A dark creature which lives on rooftops, stands unseen, jumps from roof to roof, and is forgotten the moment you look away. I couldn't tell you whether or not it was real, but I could tell you there were things in that town which were. Things which were very, very real. The reason my friend had called me down here, the reason that he had told me this is a place where I could make my career. He had stayed in a motel on his way up to Portland. One night, a bed and breakfast, no vending machines, no towel racks, no anything that could possibly give any form of comfort or surety that this was some kind of place created for the use of human beings. He told me that one night he had stayed. That night he had heard a rumbling under the town.